another update. Apologies for the gaps in the footage, but life goes on. You have to do other things in the meantime, but the ongoing thing with the hatch, trying to get that right, and as you can see, I've gone for the hatch folding downwards to clear the other pieces and allowing access. And what I've done is I've cut the track so that you can see there that the it's angled in such a way that when the hatch goes down, it doesn't catch on the track as it goes down, and then when it comes back up it just nestles nicely up underneath the piece that's there. And similar on the other end, if I can find it. Where are we? There we go. Same sort of thing there. And I've run a wagon through there in a coach, and it doesn't foul at all, just with that anyway. So fingers crossed, if I do the same with maybe 2, possibly 3 other rails going over around that corner, I'll repeat the same process and hopefully get the same clearance when the hatch is lowered down. So making progress there. All of the dropper wires are in all the way around. The track is pinned down now, and I've just started to sculpt the polystyrene, and then I'm going to be putting on some of the old plaster bandage, whatever you want to call it, and start to form some of the scenery and rock faces, cliff faces, whatever there may be. So I'll just build it up as I go along and see what inspiration takes me. So we'll be back. Thank you. Okay, so this is what I've done in the last half hour or so. Just putting along the old plaster bandage sheet. Start to create the hillside on top of the polystyrene. I've run out so far, so I've got to buy some more, but that's gone on, so we let that dry off and then get some more and carry on. Okay, so a little bit more of an update. Just want to show you where I've been using the plaster of Paris bandage, going all the way around, which is starting to take shape. And then mainly, just to show you here, hopefully it will stay in focus, show you where I've cut the track for the drop down hatch. So what I've done is, that's gone out of focus, sorry. What I've done is I've cut it at an angle so that when the hatch goes down it doesn't foul the track on the left as it goes down, and then just comes back up into position. The same for the other side. I'll show you there. You should be, I think that's in focus. There you go. So that's angled again so that when the hatch drops down it doesn't foul, and you can see that's, I've pulled the hatch back up into position and that goes back into a really nice position there, and the coaches go over it no problem. So if I just demonstrate, just with the coach running off its own momentum down the slope, you can see that it shouldn't derail. So far so good. Also, I've just started to put the bus wire around to start getting this wired up. So that's just loosely into position, and then I'll start connecting the dropper wires that I've put round. So there's some more rolls of bandage to do some more, but so far so good. It's coming along gradually. So
well, just as a footnote, had some issues with this right hand end here where I've cut it. The pin kept pulling out, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that you can get track screws. I've had no idea. I thought there was only ever track pins used, but you can get track screws, which now has worked perfectly. So that's pulled that down into the position it is, and doesn't spring back up, so it holds that position. So very pleased with that, and I'll probably use them maybe in some other positions where a pin doesn't quite fit the bill. So that was a nice little find from me. So there's the hatch in the drop down position. So got enough room, as long as I don't start putting on weight to get through there. What I'm hoping to do is to use some of these dampeners, one on each side, to hopefully, so when I'm putting it down, in case it slips out of my hand, that it doesn't just crash down. So I've got to work out how I'm going to fix that, maybe a little bit more framework underneath, but I'd like to be able to use these. I've got these going spare, so hopefully, and then it will just go down nice and gently. As long as there's enough clearance for me to walk past, that's all I need really. Hi everyone, so as I said before, and I've been successful, as you can see, we've managed to put these dampeners on. One on that side, as you can see, one on this side, and even though the hatch isn't pinned into position, like with the bolts that hold it in position, just with those dampeners, it's holding in that position, so it's taking quite a bit of the weight. They're quite strong, so we're quite pleased with that. So it means that it goes down enough for me to walk past, and then springs back up partially into position. Then I'll put my bolts in to hold it in its final position. Track lines up really nice, train runs over. I'll do a video showing you that later on, and yeah, very pleased, making some great progress.